supernova.
Nah, man, that's a black hole.
Yo, it's...
I leap over lies in a single pound.
Who are you?
The Black Prophet, one day I got struck by knowledge of self. It gave me super scientific powers. Now I run through the ghetto, battling my arch nemesis, Mr. Ignorance. He's been trying to take me out since the days of my youth. He feared this day will come. I'm hot on his trail, but sometimes he slips away because he has an army. They always give me trouble, mainly hatred, jealousy, and envy. They attack me, they think they got me, but I use my super science and I twist all three. I see sparks over that building. At me, I dip, do a backflip, then I in the heart with bookmarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
And just before the game, the championship ring is distributed to the players by NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. And a proud moment indeed for this team and their fans.
Andrew Bogut.
We've earned Golden State's Oracle Arena. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. Evans and Davis the forward tandem, and it's Ashik in at the center. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Gordon, that's short off the rim.
And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point. You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Curry, good.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
And the Pelicans with possession here. 6-point game. About a minute played so far here in the first. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to speak with Alvin Gentry for just a moment. He told me he's a fan of Andre Iguodala, especially the way he's developed his outside shot. He said that was one weakness. He could do everything else, pass, handle, and finish. And boy, what a defender. But now that he's developed that jump shot, there are really no weaknesses in his game. Guys, that makes it awfully tough to deal with a guy who can impact the game in that many ways. Back to you.
All right, Doris. Now here's Gordon, and it's sent back by Bogut. Down low, and up the court come the Warriors on the break. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. And the ball travels out of bounds.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Pelicans still look like they're getting going. Holiday dishes to Gordon. Stolen by Thompson. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Curry gets the bucket.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%. Can't do better than that.
Iguodala with the steal. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Steph Curry. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Count the bucket. Livingston's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Here's Evans. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
And they double up Gordon. Davis, the pass to Gordon. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Warriors leading by 13.
And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away.
Kicks it to Holiday, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Livingston, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter. And
guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
And thinking back to the Pelicans playoffs from last year, let a 20-point lead slip away in that fourth quarter of Game 3. But they played better than a sweep and got valuable postseason experience for that young roster.
But he recovers it. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Warriors leading by 15. Thompson for 3. His shot is good, making them a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Here's Golden State. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. Livingston kicks to Green. The tray. Another 3 for Golden State.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Some changes for Golden State. Festus is Ely. He's checked in for Bogut. And it's Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. Here is Livingston, guarded by Holiday. Clock at 6. Here is Livingston, guarded by Holiday. Livingston, that's good.
got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Now here's Ashit. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Stolen by Thompson. Now the Warriors moving it up. Barnes with the ball.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And so here is New Orleans. The Warriors making the shot. Davis sets a screen. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Spates checked in for the Warriors. The Pelicans also changing it up. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Ashit. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday. Now here's Gordon. To the inside. It's Anderson with the drive.
Before getting dinged up, Ryan Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
New Orleans Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Anthony Davis. Cunningham comes in for Tyreke Evans. And it's Pondexter in for Gordon. It's stolen by Ajinça. Here's Cole. Feeds it to Cunningham. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Warriors leading by 21. Here is Livingston. 7 points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, no luck. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. And getting back to Ryan Anderson, in 2012, he won the NBA's Most Improved Player Award. Then, in the summer of that year, he landed an enormous contract in a sign and trade.
Yeah, and that's the good Ryan Anderson. If he can stay healthy, he's a tremendous asset, and he isn't just a shooter. He can get it done on the backboard as well.
Now here's Thompson. 5 points in the game. There's the triple. And the basket good.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
String music scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Curry's checked in for Sean Livingston. The Roracle, or Oracle Arena, was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them 1 off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it. And that's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Fellas, the defensive pressure they've been applying has really been paying off. Turnovers and points.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for the Warriors. And that one's good.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13-plus points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. And the basket by Curry.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc. as a team, and they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
There's the pick. Here's Cole. And the rejection by Ezeli. Barbosa dishes to space. Barnes passes to Ezeli. For the three, another three for Golden State.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific.
Now here's Curry. 9 points in the game so far, and the shot is good.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
And Cole kicks to Anderson. Looking to end the run. Offensive rebound. Curry with the steal. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive.
A lot of face-up, like to do the one dribble pull-up. You like to do the one dribble, fade back off one leg. I haven't got there yet, but catching the ball at the elbow, catching the ball at the nail.
Well, I tell you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can do.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for New Orleans right now, Davis and Ashik in the middle. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. And it's Evans in at the 3 slot.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Outside Holiday. Iguodala with the steal. Up the floor. And he slams it one-handed. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? 6 to shoot. Here's Evans. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Warriors making a change here. Rush is checked in. Golden State's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. No good. Great D that time from Davis. And so it's New Orleans with it. When this game is finished, they'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Down low. Tries again. Swiped it away. Livingston kicks to Clark. Rush gets the bucket.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for the Warriors. Klay Thompson comes in for Sean Livingston. Here's Clark. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Holiday with it. Picked up by Thompson. And Holiday, here we go. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up with.
Boy, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'd very well be 5 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
Here's Clark, guarded by Holiday. Clock at 4. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's an impressive spin move there, Kevin. I wasn't expecting him to show handles like that.
And Holiday, here we go. The second chance effort. Outside for Davis. Outside Gordon. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Clay. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Asik dishes to Gordon. Screen by Asik. 5 to shoot. Gordon goes in. Sweet little floater.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And some changes here for the Warriors. Harrison Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Barbosa in for Ian Clark.
Harrison Barnes.
Screen by Asik. Davis in the corner. And they double up Gordon. Kicks it out to Evans. To the inside. Davis. Here's Asik. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. To the middle. Here's Barnes. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Greg, you think they've been rattled?
They have, Kevin, but that's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced. Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Green with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Draymond Green. And Curry subbed in for Thompson. Ajinça with it. Now defended by Varejao. Anderson can't get it to go. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Barbosa gets the bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
And here are the Pelicans now. Here's Cole. And it's Curry with the rebound. Barbosa kicks to Barnes. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Ezeli's checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Leandro Barbosa. Golden State's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Here's Curry, and it's Golden State with another.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
And it's about getting open looks, and they've used that shot with great effect here tonight.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Shaun Livingston, he's checked in for Curry. Here's Ezeli, and it's Golden State with another.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the Warriors with possession here. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. The steal. Here's Cole. Teardrop shot, and the shot is good.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidated. Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Ian Clark subbed in for Shaun Livingston. Iguodala outside. Buries the jump shot. Iguodala's got 8.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
And guys, Andre Iguodala entered this league as an athlete with raw skills. And bit by bit, though, he refined his game over the years, except in the one category, free throw shooting. In that one area, he was much better over the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last 5.
Cole, the pass to Ajinça. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State. And we were talking about Iguodala's free throw shooting. It really is a miracle. He's become so efficient, Clark, in every other area of his game. But last year, in his 11th season, he shot the second worst percentage of his career.
Sometimes, Kevin, it's simply a matter of confidence. You miss a few and it gets into your head, and before you know it, the harder you're trying, the worse it gets.
To the inside, out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
1:09 left in the first half of the game. No good. And New Orleans will come the other way. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And it's Cole missing.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
They've been looking at his sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barbosa's checked in. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
40 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. He had a nice open look right there. That's now 22 points for Klay Thompson.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shootout this team.
Here's Cole. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. And the rejection by Ezeli. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Barbosa. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Barbosa's got 6.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Warriors on top, delivering the blowout. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Thanks for joining us. A pumped up home crowd is our backdrop for this halftime analysis. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 22 points, 2 steals, and 2 assists. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Their perimeter shooting has made the difference, and so many of their points are coming from long range. They've come out, spread the floor, and executed their jump shooting game. It's been a barrage from the three-point line. Guys always finding the open shot. If they can stay hot from three-point land in the second half, this game is over.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after the game.
Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Smart game overall offensively. Big shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.